Yo, what is going on, you slackers? I am your host, Slackerz Gaming, bringing you another Rocket League Market Watch Monday. Alright, as we all know, last week was the update, and, well, there's a lot of problems with it, but we're not here to discuss the problems. Maybe in a future video. I don't know. Whatever. Let's just move on to what the Market Watch actually is about. And, with the update came the brand new Triumph crate, which I've had I've had a difficult time trying to attempt to get some of these. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm starting to slowly get some. I'm hoping to have a crate opening this week. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'm still trying to gather crates together, but yeah, so with the new crate, now there's new items out there. There's new wheels, there's new black market decal, new black market goal explosion. And maybe some people are wondering what the price of it is, and does it affect other things in the market? The answer is you will get, some things will find out the value, and of course they affect other things in the market. So let's start off with the banger right off the top. Two big items in the crate. First one, this thing's been going up. It's going up in price. I'm not surprised. This thing looks amazing. Dissolver, the new black market decal. Oh my god, it's like a mix of like Heatwave and Bubbly. It looks so good. I want one so bad. Maybe if I can get crates, I can do an opening and then maybe I can pull it, but I'm not that lucky because I've opened probably 700-800 crates and I've pulled one black market. So I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna say I'm getting one by any means, but hey, it'd be cool to get one. But hey, look at this. So a few days after the update, it was sitting at 42 to 50, and then all of a sudden, on April 7th, 3 days ago, shot up to 47 to 60, and then like today, April 8th, it shot up again. It's at 55 to 65. The new black market. People are loving this thing. This is the hot new one to get. Last crate it was Chameleon and Trigon and Stormwatch. Well, move aside. Get out of here. Dissolver's here to stay. Dissolver is the new top black market decal king. Oh my goodness. This looks, it just looks so good. But this thing keeps going up, which is a little strange, but not really. I mean, it's only one new black market. So there's not like, sure, the crate does come with Stormwatch. Oh, excuse me. It does come with Stormwatch and then 2 goal explosions. And we'll get to the new goal explosion in a second. But Dissolver, man. One new black market goal explosion. One new black market decal, and people are gonna go absolutely nuts for it. Usually, it has like the opposite effect, where it kind of like it finds its price and then it very slowly starts to climb downwards. But this thing had the opposite effect. It found its price, just a few days after the release, and then it just shot up, which is a bit bizarre, but hey, again, with just one new decal and everybody trying to get it, people that do have it are going to start asking for a little bit more, and people are still going to be willing to pay for it. I mean, if I'm honest, just because I like collecting stuff, if I had an extra 55, 65 keys, maybe I do, wink, wink. But if I did, and somebody's like, hey, give me 55, 60 keys for this, I'd be like, okay, I'll do it. I want it. I just want it. It's something I would rock for a long time. I absolutely love. There's not a lot of decals that I would say, I'd pay this for, and I could truly, honestly mean that I'd rock it myself. So I mean, if it's something that you love and you want, go ahead and pick it up now. I mean, odds are eventually this thing's gonna flatten out soon, and then start to kind of fall down. I mean, because more and more crates are coming out. Which just means, there's more and more chances of this thing being pulled, which then is going to make the market, kind of start to see, okay, there's, not an influx, but, there's a decent amount of these out there, so I don't have to pay 55, 65 keys. So it's going to start it'll start dropping down probably in a few weeks, but if this thing keeps going up a little bit, I won't be surprised if it hits 70. Not saying it will, but I wouldn't be surprised if this thing hits 70. This thing is nuts. I want one so bad. But yeah, Dissolver is going up. It's going up. What's with that? Now, to the black market goal explosion. Let's do this. Let's go. Atomizer. Check this one out. Atomizer had the same effect. It came out, found its price, and went up. It went up. Again, just one new goal explosion. Sure, Toon. You could say, what about Toon from last crate? I guess, but the crate before that, the Velocity crate, had Dueling Dragons, and people went nuts for Dueling Dragons, and Toon just wasn't as cool to the community as Dueling Dragons, and it wasn't cool enough to take over that top spot, so it just kind of fell, and people are just like, okay, it's nice, but it's not the top goal explosion, which is why Dueling Dragons kept its spot. Typically, new black market decals come in, old ones start to fade away. Goal explosions they come in, but then they just kind of drop. They don't really hold value for the most part. Dueling Dragons has been holding 15, 16 keys for quite a while, but good on Dueling Dragons. People just love it, and it's at a very fair and pretty consistent price point, so good on that. But hey, let's get to Atomizer. Looks really good. I like Atomizer too. There's probably a few. I'd still rock Dueling Dragons myself if I had both of them. Just saying. It still looks good, but it came out at 33 to 38. And then April 7th it shot up to 34 to 37. So what is that? But 1.5, 2 key. Wait, what? 2? No. It shot up at least 1 key minimum. Okay, so it shot up 1 key. That's a big jump for 1 key. But hey, it did jump up, so the minimum jumped up. I guess that's what's more important here, not the maximum. Because you could put the minimum at kind of like whatever, and then the maximum could be like, hey, minimum's like 20, and then the maximum could be like 60. That's a big gap. So anytime the minimum price on it raises up, it's a hot item, and of course, new crates, all the new items are hot, and people want to pick them up and, display them on their car and, have the car just look so sexy, But it's cool to see, new items when they come out. And instead of just dipping down right away, it's cool to see some things go up. Did I just get a notification? I got my PS4 on, sorry. But it's just cool to see things go up. I really don't see this thing continuing to climb. I'd probably sit around 30 to 35 probably for a week or two, and then just kind of continue that decline, just the same as everything else. And over time, goal explosions don't hold value, like I said a little earlier about Dueling Dragons. I swear I'm getting messages. What is that? Oh, friends online, stop looking at the PS4. All right. But yeah, so Atomizer is gonna go down, even if it becomes the top goal explosion, if that's what people want more in Dragons. We could probably have a pretty firm price around the 20 to 30, somewhere in there, and Dragons might drop to 10, maybe even under. We'll have to see as the weeks progress here, see how it goes, kind of see how people react to Atomizer. But I don't see Atomizer going up any higher. So if you're just in the term of just selling it for other items or just keys, sell it now. Get it while it's like pretty much at its peak in price, so you can just capitalize on the best price. So let's move to a couple of the black market decals, the older ones, and a couple of the goal explosions, probably mainly Dueling Dragons. But Dissolver. So Dissolver's pushing old things down. Chameleon, let's just go to Chameleon real quick because that was the top one from last crate, and that was pretty much the most expensive one. But ever since, it kind of had its, holding its price at 25, 26. 25, 26. Triumph crate came out, and then it really started to go down. It's trying to hold that price right now at 22 to 23.5 keys. This thing is going to continue to drop a little bit more and a little bit more, especially if Dissolver keeps kind of going up, or at least stays where it's at. Because Chameleon, in terms of like today, Chameleon's old news, it still looks good. I'm not bashing it by any means. If I had it, I would love to just keep it. I love Chameleon. It looks so good. But it's just the way the market works. This thing's going to continue to drop. I'm not going to say it's just going to plummet down to 5. That ain't going to happen. But I could see this probably sitting at maybe the 18 to 20 range in terms of, key value here in maybe a week or two, something like that. So I think it's going to continue to decline for a little bit, but once it kind of settles out, I believe it'll kind of stick around the 18 to 20 for a while, because there's usually, the one new one that's, worth 25, 30 plus keys, and then the second kind of tier that's right around the 20 key. So Chameleon's pretty much going to be around the 20 key mark. So again, if you want to sell it, now's a good time. You'll be able to pick it up for a little cheaper in a few weeks. So save yourself the hassle, sell it right now, get a few extra keys that you can. And then, yeah, like I just said, pick it up when it's a little cheaper in a few weeks. All right, now let's go to a few other black markets here. So Dissolver, Heat Wave has been an extremely popular decal. I mean, ever since it came out, people love this thing. I mean, even when the what was the old one, Victory Crate, when that just came out a couple months ago, people kind of thought, okay, Heat Wave's going to go down finally. You know, there's 3 new decals. Heat Wave's going to get knocked off of like the top 2 decals. And, you know, honestly, it only really dropped 1 key. It was like 17 to 18 flat. Good. And, okay, maybe it dropped 2 keys, I guess, 15 to 16. But it pretty much, you know, Heatwave did not really drop in price as much as people were expecting to. And it's kind of cool to see that. You know, Heatwave is just such a fan favorite. It looks so good. It's just something anybody would love to have on their car as a collector, as just a casual player, as just whatever, you know. People like Heatwave. So, you know, Heatwave was pretty much keeping 15, 16. Let's go to, Victory Crate. So it was at 18 to 19, like I said. And then it started to go down because of all the new decals. Pretty much kind of stuck around 15 to 16. Had a couple little spikes, but it just kind of kept evening out 15 to 16. And then pretty much, you know, that's where it's been. And now there's a new decal, and Heatwave has dropped another key. Unfortunately, for people that love value on their stuff, you know, Heatwave dropped another key, 14 to 15. This could probably drop maybe 1 or 2 more keys in value. So if you're in the mood to sell it and you want keys, sell it now. But I really don't believe Heatwave's dropping anywhere below 12. I really don't see that. Again, like I said, it's a fan favorite. People love this thing, and they'll still pay pretty good amount of keys to just have this thing. You know, people instantly recognize it. You know, you invite somebody to a trade lobby and you go, Heatwave's on their car. That looks cool. You know, so Heatwave 14 to 15 now. Maybe it does drop another key or 2, but nothing more than that. So, I mean, if you're trying to sell it before it crashes, it's not really going to crash. I'd advise pretty much keep Heatwave. I mean, it ain't going to affect you too much in the long term. So, yeah, Heatwave only dropped about a key. What other ones we got? So I went over Chameleon. I mean, Trigon's been dropping lately. Again, that was the second most popular in the Victory Crate. So that one was going to continue to drop. 20XX, check this out. 20XX is below 10 keys. Sure, 9 to 10.5. But anytime you have a minimum of 9 keys, this is just so weird to see for me. I don't know why. Just for the longest time, like when I got back into Rocket League in November, and I started kind of following the market, you know, 20XX was somewhere between 19 to 22 keys. So it was always around that 20 key mark. And just to see it 9 to 10 keys right now. Got an invitation to Fortnite. Sorry, can't do that right now. But it's just so crazy. Heatwave 20XX. Below 10 keys. What's happened? Again, a new decal is going to force all old decals even lower on the totem pole. So 20XX, you're losing some value. Unfortunately, if you want to sell it now. This thing could probably drop to where Parallax was at like the 8 to 9 range. So if you can still sell it for 10, do it now, please. Just going to keep getting pushed a little further and further behind, and pretty soon 20XX won't even be. I mean, it'll still be kind of like thought of, but it's not going to be like, oh, I gotta get 20XX. You know, that's one of the best ones out there. Unfortunately, not anymore. I mean, it's still a good one. Don't get me wrong. It's still good, but what can you do? Let's go to the Goal Explosion real quick. The only one that's really has any other value besides, obviously, the new Atomizer. What is this? Do you see this really weird crap? What is the price point? Is crazy. Let's go to 3 months here. What the crap? Okay, so Dueling Dragons. Currently, 15 to 16.5. Pretty much right what I said, 15 to 16. But, yeah, Victory Crate. Oh, okay, that was back in the beginning of January. No, Victory Crate. Toon Goal Explosion came out. I mean, no one really thought Toon was going to overtake this thing. But it's 18 to 19. But it's all Goal Explosions. They don't hold value, at least not for long. Dueling Dragons has been doing pretty good, like I said, at the 15-16 mark right now. But, just kind of steadily been going down. And then it's pretty much evened out. I know 15, 17, oh, 15 to 16, and then, oh, 16 to 17. No, it's pretty much found its price here at 16, or 15 to 16. What is this? Look at this graph. This is so weird. What is this? This is cool. This is crazy. I mean, it evens out. It starts at 15 to 17. And that's back on what, March 25th. So, what, 2-3 weeks ago, something like that. And fast forward to today, 15 to 16 and a half. So it's dropped half a key at max. Okay. Okay. It's holding its value. But excuse me, sorry. But yeah, this is so weird. Just like whoop, 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 up and down, up and down. So weird. But yeah, Dueling Dragons doesn't seem to have been affected too much right now. Like I said, it's dropped half a key in 2-3 weeks. That ain't bad at all. That ain't bad at all. Dueling Dragons, I think, will still kind of be the top goal explosion. I wouldn't be surprised in like a month if Atomizer is, you know, around the same price as Dueling Dragons. But we'll see in about a month. Okay, so moving on to a couple other new things here. They don't have a lot of prices, unfortunately, on the reverbs or the hypnotics, and both the wheels just look so good. I want to get any of the painted ones, honestly. We do got black reverbs. They got a price. Coming in at, well, right now, 13 to 15. Hopefully we get some more. I mean, it started at 15 to 20, but boop, dropped. Then again, I mean, black's one of the more popular paints that people look for in wheels. So, I mean, have it drop right away is not too surprising. It's, I mean, that's what things do usually right away, especially when you're kind of, from what I've heard on the market and like trading forums and trading just wherever, hypnotics are the new wheel, the new top exotic wheel. Reverbs are kind of like, you know, hypnotics are A and, you know, reverbs are the B wheel. Not a knock on reverbs. I'd love to own any of them. They look so good. The way that they like alternate like the colors, just so cool. Of course, the hypnotics are just gorgeous. I would like to have the black, the red, the gray, the crimson. Yeah, all of them basically. They look so cool. They got such a unique effect. They kind of got like the, if you haven't seen them, you know, they got the spiral going on, and you know, it just kind of shrinks into the middle. So it's really cool. They look great. Unfortunately, there's not really any prices. I guess lime ones have a price at 15 to 18. So that's pretty cool. I mean, some of the reverbs have prices here. 5 to 7, 7 to 9 for forest green, 7 to 9 for the purple. Usually green and purple stick to the same price. Like I always say, orange is slightly below that, 5 to 7. So hopefully within the next week or two, Hypnotic and the rest of the reverbs start to get their price, because I'm really interested. I want to pick up the black Hypnotics, I think, more than any of the other ones. Don't get me wrong, white and the black look the coolest to me, so I'm hoping to pick those up if I can. Maybe I pull them. I don't know. We do have the new, there's very rare wheels, but very rare don't really carry too much price right now. I mean, the white one will probably come in at somewhere, you know, 5, 6, 7 range, and then just kind of slowly drop from there. Very rares don't hold too much value. Let's see what else was there. There's one other one. Wasn't there an import wheel? Curios. There we go. Oh, Curios actually have, okay, white Curios, 13 to 16. I haven't even looked these up, so this is kind of cool. 13 to 16. Again, it's an import wheel. Most people are going to use these for trade-ups. Maybe not the painted ones, but again, you're the third most popular wheel in the crate. You're not going to hold value for too long. I mean, sure, the white ones could probably stick above, you know, 10 keys for a little while at least. But any Cheerios, I don't know how you pronounce it. Any of these, I'd probably say try to sell them now before they drop, because they're pretty much all going to drop eventually. So, but yeah, a few of them got some prices. That's pretty cool. Let's go with, is there anything else? Not really anything else in the, oh, that's interesting. White Comet. I have not seen it. Excuse me again with the cough. What's up? White Comet's 10 to 12. Sell this thing immediately, please. I know it might look cool, but boost, unless they're like a crazy, unless you're Helios or Blastray from the RLCS, like reward drops, they don't hold value. Sell this thing now. Sell it now. It's gonna drop. You can pick this thing up for probably half, if not, you know, less than half this price in just a few weeks. Boosts don't hold value. Don't get me wrong, Comet does look amazing. It's got that little like bubble, like it actually looks like a Comet trail. Like you got the Comet itself and then the trail coming off. It does look good. If you haven't seen it, go look it up. I don't have any clip here for you, unfortunately, but it does look cool. But this thing's gonna drop Gonna drop. Sell it now if you have it. Sell it now. Pick it up in a few weeks when it's a lot cheaper. Do yourself a favor. A few other things that I want to go over with. Throat's dry. Okay, there we go. All right, so new wheels. In case you guys didn't know, I didn't know these came out quite yet, but they have. I don't know how to get them actually. I've seen there's some sort of codes that are given out. I don't know where to get them. I wish I did know so I could tell you guys. WWE has its own official items in the game. They're not going to be worth much, if anything, right now. The wheels are probably the best thing. I think it's just the WWE wheels, and then there's 5 banners and 5 flags for antennas. So none of it's going to really be worth anything. It's just kind of cool little collectible things to have. So I wouldn't be surprised WWE wheels kind of pretty much just sit at like the 1 to 2, 2 to 3, somewhere in their range. You know, they're not bad. I mean, here's the kind of a little better picture. They're not illuminated. They're not animated at all. It's just basically the logo, and then you got the ring around it. I don't believe these can be painted at all. I believe it's just the one solid, you know, just the one default. Does actually paintable right here? Paintable, no. Certifiable, no. So there you go. Question answered. So yeah, WWE wheels, you know, they're not going to be worth more than just a couple keys at most. So yeah, there we go. There's another market watch in the bag, I suppose. I mean, sure, real quick. If you haven't already, sell your octanes. If you can trade them, Rocket League, fix your game. I can't trade any of my painted octanes. You know, the trade comes up and goes, nope, canceled the trade. I could make a whole different video on just that subject alone. I'm going to put that to the side. Never mind about the painted octanes and not being able to trade right now. It's driving me crazy, but sell your painted octanes right now. But yeah, that's it for this market watch. You know, we went over the new Triumph Crate items. The Dissolver's going up. Atomizer did go up. I think Atomizer is going to kind of flatten out where it is and then start to slowly drop. You know, the new wheels, at least the Hypnotics for the most part, don't have any value. A few reverbs do, but yeah, I guess that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for coming to check out another market watch. I love doing it. Hopefully you guys love watching it. I do get some pretty good feedback on this, so you know, thank you guys for that. I do appreciate that. But with that being said, this video is over, and hopefully we catch you guys on tomorrow's upload. Peace out, everybody.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.